All right, apart from Israel, Japan has also spoken with Trump. The two are among 50 nations world over who are seeking a level playing ground with the U.S. president. So many developments, measures and countermeasures, and the whole debate on reciprocity. Dov Zakheim is a senior advisor at Center for Strategic and International Studies. He is now joining us live on this broadcast. Mr. Dov Zakheim, markets are on a free fall, and Trump is defending his move, telling Americans not to worry, and now he's targeting China. How far do you think Trump is willing to go with this trade war?
I think he'll go quite a bit further for a number of reasons. First, you've got to recognize that Mr. Trump has believed in tariffs for at least 40 years. He doesn't care what the vast majority of economists say, which is that tariffs are essentially a spur to inflation, which ultimately, frankly, would lead to a recession and a deep recession. And that's what they're saying today. And that's why Morgan Stanley now says 60% likelihood. It may well be very much higher than that. Clearly, the stock market doesn't believe Mr. Trump. And the fact that there has been retaliation, which I don't think Mr. Trump expected. I think he expected more reactions like that of Netanyahu, who comes running to the States to beg him not to impose tariffs on Israel when Israel's economy is weak anyway because of the war. That's what he's expected. I don't think he expected China to retaliate. I don't think he expected the EU to retaliate or Canada to retaliate. And quite frankly, it's kind of like what a former Secretary of Defense once said, which was the enemy has a vote. Other countries have a vote. And not all of them are going to come begging. Some will, some won't. But if the big traders, China, the EU, are the ones and Canada, imposing reciprocal tariffs, that is clearly going to not only affect the stock market. And remember, the stock market's not just for rich people. Ordinary Americans invest in what's called 401ks. This is their retirement money. And so when the market goes down as sharply as it does, that means they've got less money for retirement. And that is hurting ordinary Americans. And it's very hard to see how Mr. Trump can convince them that everything will be okay, particularly people who are in retirement or close to retirement. They can't wait for everything to be okay.
Mr. Zakheim, we see Trump repeatedly saying that this is a good effort by him to save the country. It's a rebirth for America. He continued to insist that this will give Americans the billions that they've been seeking for. If this goes on, what are the ramifications in the long run for America?
Well, clearly we've seen what happened in the 1930s when the world was less interconnected and we imposed tariffs and we had a worldwide depression. Mr. Trump really believes in this, but that's not likely the way it's going to be. I happen to sympathize with the vast majority of economists who worry that if this continues and persists, we will in fact see a very deep recession. And the reason is very simple. People are going to hold off buying new things other than what they absolutely need. They won't buy new cars. They won't buy new appliances. They'll wait, which means inventories will pile up, which means that supply chains will dry up and there'll be unemployment. That could very well happen. Look, I hope Mr. Trump is right. I'm an American. I want my country to be strong. But I'm very, very worried about this.
All right. Dov Zakheim, good to see you. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.